So this is going to be video number 3 in response to question number 3 of the Atheist YouTube channel, The Flying Spaghetti Monster, where he gave a list of 20 questions for Christians to answer. Now, I've been answering all 20 of these questions with different videos, one at a time. I've been sorting all these videos into a playlist titled The 20 Responses to the Flying Spaghetti Monster, which is in the description down below, so go check it out if you haven't seen the others. And if this is your first time to our YouTube channel and like what you see, please join us on all of our social media platforms, our podcast shows, and don't forget, most importantly, to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos as we upload them. Now, with all that aside, let's get started with video number 3 coming right up. So the third question from the Flying Spaghetti Monster says, if God knows everything, then he knows where you'll end up before you're even born. So what's the use of this judgment day? Now, I don't think I fully understand the question. I mean, he really don't go into a whole lot of details, but I think I know what he might be trying to say. And I think in a nutshell, he's trying to say if God knows who's going to heaven and hell before they're even born, then why have a judgment day? Well, I mean, I completely agree with him that God does know where everyone is going before they are even born. He knows who's going to end up in heaven and who's going to end up in hell. I do agree with that. But the purpose of judgment day isn't for God, but it's for our acknowledgement. And now here's what I mean by that. When judgment day comes, we will stand before God, and the Bible says he will judge us on all the things that we have done, even thought about while here on earth. Revelations 20:12 through 21 says, and also in Romans 2:16 and in Romans 2:6, that the reason I say that judgment day is for us and not for God is because nothing in that day will come as a shock to him or a surprise to him, for he already knows all things. He's omniscient. He knows everything. The judgment day is so that we know what laws were broken and while we're receiving the judgment that we are receiving. I mean, imagine out of nowhere you're standing in front of a U.S. Supreme Judge, for instance, and the judge looks at you and says, guilty, and sentences you to life in prison. Wouldn't you want to know why you were sentenced to life in prison or what law it was that you have broken? Now, take that and multiply it by 1,000,000, because now you're standing before the God of the universe and all that's in it, and his judgment is either eternal salvation or eternal damnation. I mean, this isn't just a life sentence. This judgment is for eternity. I mean, you're telling me you wouldn't want to know what crime you've committed or what law you have broken? Of course you would. We all want to know. I hope this answers his question, if that's what he was asking, and anyone who else, might have been asking that same question. Look for video number 4 coming up next week, and God bless.